Glorious day to you, my friends. Kyokotor anahaski iti tierra. Welcome to day number 113 of being this blissful existence, illuminating and nurturing grace. Nitiara ana asko otoro oto. Where for 144 days, we're going to be spending time with our inner being, maybe even as our inner being. And we're going to do it the easy way. We're going to breathe. And we're going to chant. We've already taken our 108 steps. That was completed on day number 108. We spiraled up the Great Pyramid to the edge of the matrix. And now we're dwelling in our lotus of awareness with our head through the hub of the Dharma Chakra. And we've realized that we are this Eye of Providence. We already have it. It is not anything to obtain or to get or observe. We can see with it, or we can choose not to see with it. And we have the opportunity to gain this divine perspective, or have this, or see this reality through our divine perspective of our true self, our inner being, Nyorasana Eka. Chiko nata karahisa ata tarinara shohoko torioto. Okay. During the first 55 days, well, since we spiraled up, we were using the golden spiral. We still are, Niyatiarya Chahatura. And that's based on the Fibonacci sequence. Invitation from the universe, from our true self, from this series, Nityarya Chaha. In the first 55 days, we were subtly dealing with Vasundhara, the Earth Star Chakra, our root system, into the Annamaya Kosha, our nourishment. Anna means food, Nyotoryoshkatata. And the invitation was to place more of our roots into our heart center, our Brahma Vihara, our true self, Niyakatar, all names for the same thing. To get the true nourishment of our soul. During the next 34-day segment, we subtly dealt with Muladhara, and we started utilizing the Pranamaya Kosha, Nitarashkanahoso Uta Hidyara Taya Akanahasoatara. And the invitation from that segment was to place more of our foundation in our heart, in our true self, in our Brahma Vihara, Nitora Ashkana Hasokotor, where the real stability is. And we started utilizing the Pranamaya Kosha, where we took off the kosha, the overcoat of Anna, and we revealed our Pranamaya Kosha, our overcoat of breath, of energy, basically, Nityaryacha Akotoryo, where we're shining, Nityaryacha Iso Chayakana Harata. And the Pranamaya Kosha is our subtle body, our energetic body, all the energy pathways inside this physical body, as well as the different layers of our aura. And we utilize prana with our breath. Prana is the breath, and prana is the life force energy. And the invitation from that 21-day segment, 34, 21, yeah, Tara Skana, 34-day segment, we're still dealing with Muladhara, and to place more of our foundation, yes, we said that, Nyarasana Ekotarati. The next 21-day segment, we were subtly dealing with Svadhisthana. We're still utilizing the breath. We're still utilizing prana. But what happened is we stopped utilizing the Pranamaya Kosha, and we started using the Manomaya Kosha, the layer of the mind, We were utilizing prana in its true essence, not necessarily in our auric field, as Svadhisthana, where the self is established. And this idea of self, this sense of self, is an aspect of the mind. And as we placed more of the senses, the sense of self in our true self, as we started to release our sense of self, we made the 21-day journey to our true self, the fool's journey. And on day number 19, we sat as our true self, our brilliant sun. And the invitation was to place more of this reality of our true self, to release the aspects of our sense of self, place more of the sense of self as our true self. And then on day number 19, the sun, we started shining upon complete of it. We released all sense of self, this egoic sense of self, and we just started being our true self. And the two other elements of the tarot, the fort, judgment, and the world card, is what we're really doing here in the remaining 36 days. We're dancing, we're sitting, we're dwelling in our lotus of awareness. Whether we dance or spin, creating our vortex of creation of bliss, we're just sitting here dwelling in our Ananda, our Ananda Chakra. And on day number 19, we jumped up into the Vijnanamaya Kosha, this realm of higher knowledge and wisdom. The judgment card implies that we're reevaluating our belief system as we continue to gently tune our vibration while we dwell in our lotus of awareness. You already know the title. We're the author of our story. We're not only the author, but we're also the hero of our own story. We get to write it any way that we choose. We can write it as a comedy where the hero, ourself, our true self, is revealed and we start living as our true self, where we're abundant and we're successful. Or we can write it as a tragedy where we we lose our sense of self, or we adopt a different sense of self. We lose this connection to our true self. We adopt the blocker of separation. We hold on to attachments. We're experiencing contrast. In the tragedy, we're experiencing the contrast of attachment, of illusion, of lies, of grief, of shame, of guilt, of fear. But we understand now, while we're dwelling in this lotus of awareness, that it's a valid experience to choose to come into life this way, or in any moment to choose that, because we don't see things dualistically anymore. We see it as it's contrast, and we see it as abundance. I'm in alignment, or I'm not in alignment, which is okay. Both choices are still valid. And as the author of our story, maybe instead of author and we're writing a story, it's a symphony, and we're the composer, we're writing it. But not only are we the composer, then we're also the conductor. We get to conduct the entire universe. And as the writer of our story, not only are we the hero in the story, but we get to be, if it becomes a play or a movie, we get to be the actor. We get to be the hero in the portrayal of the movie version or the play version. So we get to act out the interpretation of how we, the author, wrote our own story. And it's the same thing that we're the conductor as well. We get to lead string section, the percussion, nitor, arana, hasku, utor. And not only that, is we get to play the percussion. We get to play the strings, niorota ana. And if we're writing an opera, not only did we write the libretto, we also composed the music, and we got to be the conductor, and we got to, this is what we get to do. Achuhana aryata, and that we are the singers. We are singing our own song. We're composing our own song. It could be a sad song. It could be a beautiful, abundant song. Niorosa anakuhaya. So once we started dwelling on day number 19, once we completed it, we got there, we sat down, and then when we came out of the chanting, we go, ah, I get it now. And the judgment card is, okay, now I'm going to, how did I think before? What's the new viewpoint? What's the viewpoint of our true self? And how does that change the behaviors that are stored in the conscious mind? And the invitation with the world card is either I can reprogram these, or I can simply live as my true self, because my true self doesn't need to program the conscious mind. It sees things through joy, through love, through abundance. It sees everyone as successful. They're having their experience. And when they get mad at us or are talking to us, if we listen, then we can hear their story. We can hear their story. We know our story, so we get to listen to their story. And we say, oh, okay. Let me double check. Let me check my understanding of what you're telling me. Let me double check your story of what I think I heard from your story. And if they're asking us to interpret something differently, behave differently. They like a behavior change in us because we're making them mad. Maybe it's they would like us to apologize. But the viewpoint from our inner being, it's not but the viewpoint from our inner being. The viewpoint from our inner being is loving and compassionate. What do you need? What do you need? And just giving this well-being and ease and acknowledgement. But when we write our story, when we conduct our symphony, and we hear it in our head, and then when we start playing the music and playing it for everyone and performing it, how are we going to continue to write our story? Which is why we're in this Manomaya Kosha, or why the judgment and the world are a part of the Manomaya Kosha here, our mind, this realm of the mind. Now that we're in Manipura, this 13-day segment of Manipura, day number 3, up here. We could be up here in the Anandamaya Kosha. But if we're going to revisit our belief systems, this Vijnanamaya Kosha, if we're going to hold concentration and focus on our belief systems and allow us to come into samadhi, this equanimity, this understanding of the ways that we do things. If we're going to come into that while we're dwelling here, and it's not necessarily reevaluating it. It's sharing the viewpoint from our inner being of what is stored in our belief system, so that when we come down back to reality with the world card, that we're going to dive in for yet another adventure. What do we do when we come back from meditation? We're in our bliss in meditation, and then we come out, and then now we got to deal with yelling kids, or running around, or a work situation, or a friend that's mad, or all these things in life. We come out of our bliss, and now we're dealing with reality. As we dwell in our lotus of awareness, our inner being is doing all the work. This gentle tuning of our vibration. But if we want to focus on something that we do, our belief system or whatever, we can. But our inner being is doing this Vijnana Maya Kosha stuff. That's the best part. Abraham Hicks talks about just do anything else. When we're manifesting, Abraham Hicks likes to talk about the magic wand. And if we're pointing our magic wand, telling the universe to bam, 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 make magic for us, if we're getting contrast back from our magic wand, they suggest maybe we're holding it by the wrong end. Where we're viewing things with expectations, or we're expecting it to arrive sooner than we're ready, because it will arrive when we are a vibrational match to it. It's this overthinking thing, which is why even though we're up here in the Vijnana Maya Kosha, our inner being is doing the reconciling with our belief system. Not by us focusing on it, by us simply dwelling in the lotus of awareness, by us spinning around and dancing in the ease and the joy and the fulfillment, which is exactly what Abraham Hicks talks about. When this magic wand is causing you frustration or contrast, put it down. Pick up any one of your other magic wands of joy. Do something. Basically, that's what it means. Do something that will bring out your joy. Anything else. If it's meditation, or if it's yoga, if it's go dance, if it's go sing, if it's bake, who cares what it is? Whatever brings out our joy will help us compose the rest of our story, whether it's as the writer, as the composer, as just the author of your story and song. Right now, today's page is blank. What do we want to write in there? That's it. How do you want to sing today? Akihana aru utohurhatsana etara siaka ananiareta. And let's not overthink it. Let's just spend some time with our inner being. Maybe spend time as our inner being. So I invite you to relax. Whether you sit, whether you lie down, or whether you lie down in seated meditation. Yes, whether you sit in seated meditation, it does not matter. Comfort and ease are most important. As we focus our awareness on our breath, and we begin to slowly lengthen and deepen our breath, as we listen to the sound of our breath as we breathe in. And we listen to the sound of our breath as we breathe out. Breathing in, relaxing. And breathing out, easing. Breathing in the ease. And breathing out the comfort. Breathing in the prana. And simply shining out our light. Now let us focus our awareness on our heart center, on our Brahmavihara, our lotus of awareness. For in our heart center is the home of our holy fire and our Holy Spirit, which is our true self and our true nature. And they are the source of our bright light. And every breath that we take with intention fans the flames of our holy fire, creates peace in our environment. And increases our already bright light. As we breathe in comfort and ease, we simply shine out our light and our peace. Breathing in comfort and ease. And simply shining out our light and peace. And switching to Sama Vritti Pranayama. Breathing in the prana. Sitting with the prana in our heart center. And simply shining out our light in the peace. And sitting as our true self in our true nature. Breathing in the prana. Sitting with the prana. Simply shining out our light in the peace. Sitting as our true self in our true nature. Breathing in the inspiration for our story. Writing our story in our heart center. Publishing our story and shining our light. And sitting as our story. Breathing in the inspiration for our opera. Writing our opera in our heart center. conducting our opera, simply shining out our light. Enacting our opera as our true self, in our true nature, in the emptiness. Breathing in the inspiration. Composing our own story. Sharing our story, simply shining our light. And sitting in the emptiness as our true self, in our true nature. Let us start the divine flow, if we have not done so already, which is merely another vision, another metaphor for you writing your story, for you singing your song, for you composing your opera. It's another metaphor for 108. As we take our holy fire, our true essence, and reach up into the Om, into the One, into the infinite story, and bringing back everything into our heart center, reminding ourselves that we are one with everything, realizing we are that. And taking this realization and going down into the 8, the earth, the realization of our story, and bringing that back into the heart center, into the moon, into the zero, into the space to create. This empty creative space, this blank page, without any preconceived notions of what must be created. We can compose our story, our song, any way we wish. For if the page already had words on it, we could not compose our story. This is all the same meaning as Om Ahum and Om So Hum. So let us share the story of our heart center, share the song of our heart, the opera, share our composition. Niarata anahasa otoryocho otariata. Getting the inspiration is the 1, the blank page is the 0, writing the story is the 8. Whether we take input from the 1, from what has been written by our story, or if we decide there's a dramatic plot twist, this page is blank. Kasihia nahaya ara te iriata anaharo to oro shayakara nahayarata. So let us chant as we begin with Aum, which is simply Om, the primordial sound of the universe, from its blank page. Consciousness owned. Kasuna ati aryacha natoro, and created everything. Koshana ati haryana akutarata. With ease and joy and fulfillment, consciousness sang its song. Ah, for the heart. Oh, for the root. And for the savoring, for the fulfillment. From the blank page of the heart to the reality, to the writing of the song of the root, and the fulfillment of its meaning and how it unfolded. And then chanting Om Ah Om 108 times, using the Mala of joy, with ease and joy and fulfillment, composing our story, composing our opera, composing our symphony. And then transitioning with Aum. A breath in for Aum. A breath in to chant. Om Ah Om. Om Ah Om. Om Ah Om. Om Ah Om. Om Ah Harutu urayaka atara. Ishayaka arata hera. Urata usha ayaka arata kaya. Urata aishaya ta ariana. Kas akajara hatira. Sotoro oya akajar herana. Urata eha atkarasha ehara. Hatoro ura arkashaya atakarasha. Haratu ur hashaya atarata. Kotoro uta alshanahe ataaya. Kasa hakachara arena. Ashaya atar kiarana hayarto. Uroto uta hara arakashana era. Uroto uta ata arshana ego hata ara. Ura ara arakana herata. Kusuuna ata arayana ata. Utur ura ara. Shiaka ana ati hata ara. Katuru una saate arana. Utur shana atur talera. Ariana asa aka ataratira. Urutu uta ati arana katura. Harutu uta arshana era. Kasu una tur ushana eta. Urutu uta atarhana era. Urta ana asha eka atarhana era. Utoro ua arnaya anaya. Utoro una ati aryanaya. Utoro utanyarata. Utari isa ta ara arkahayata. Om A breath in for Aum. Aum. When you are ready, let us spend time as our inner being in our true nature. As it reveals the true how and the true why of our true self. With the wisdom of dwelling in our lotus of awareness. With the wisdom of Om Ahum, which is the wisdom of the how. And Om Soham, which is also the wisdom of the how. Thus realizing there is nothing to know. There is nothing to see. So let's just spend time in our true nature, allowing our true self to be. when you are ready, let us thank ourselves for spending time with our inner being, for spending time as our inner being. As we continue to chant, transitioning with Aying, which is simply aim, the beach mantra of abundance, stretched into its 3 sound components. Ah for the heart, E for the crown, and Ing, resonation with everything. Tapping into the abundance of Om So Hum, tapping into the abundance of Om, whether it's the inspiration for our story, whether it's just the realization that we are all that is. And then chanting So Hum 36 times using the Ananda Chakra. With ease and joy and fulfillment. Chanting So Hum 36 times. The Ananda Chakra is the how of our true self. And then concluding with Aying. Breath in for Aying. And a breath in to chant. So Hum. 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 Soham. 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 And a breath in, frying. When you are ready, slowly bring awareness back to the here and now. Maybe invite in some gentle movements. Yakaya atara nahekoro hatara. And when you are ready, slowly open your eyes and welcome in the new now. Hututu uru husana ahia kaata karihacha aturu okuto. Congratulations, my friends. We have completed day number 113 of being this blissful existence, illuminating and nurturing grace. Akahatur ana otur anatita. Nurturing our true self, nurturing our true nature. Well, apparently they gave a hint as to what tomorrow we're going to talk about. The what, the how, and the why. The how of our egoic mind, and the how of our true self, and the why of our egoic mind, and the why of our true self. I encourage you to journal about your story, your song, what we learned about whatever you experienced, whatever came up. Maybe how you want to write your story. Maybe why you want to write it the way you want to write it. Maybe just listening to an inner being and allowing it to write the story. So I thank you, my friends, for sharing in my highest bliss. And shine on. With your inner being, from your inner being, as your inner being, and make it a great day. Because why would you want to leave it up to anyone else?